Hi, good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Hydra, thank you for claiming the gold. Zavi got the silver, and Blam, my mod, got the bronze. Yes, today we are watching Death Battle. Started with the. Oh, hey, buddy. Today we're watching Death Battles. Death Battles, and oh my! You can't believe you just did that. Oh, God damn it, Zavi! Ah! Great! I'll be for the next 5 minutes! Oh! That's it, stacked up with stuff! You're not gonna do that to me, are you? Ah! That's Sailor Moon music we just listened to! Ah! Also, my headphones are broken! That's why I'm holding it like this! Oh! How dare you laugh at me! How dare you! Hold on! Hold on! Ah! It's all stuffy in here! Let me turn up the AC! I came back! Oh, thank you for the hydrate! Oh! Ah! Wait, where am I? Did I click the button? There I am! Yeah, see? Thank you for the hydrate! Oh! Needed that! Hey, what's up, hey? Oh! Yes, I'm using the old bottle for the sake for reaction's sake. Oh! Come on. That's the best model for reactions. And wow, I'm like really close. I'm like really big. Oh! Bow down to your evil overlord! So, I'm holding my hand like this because my headset's broken! My headset's broken! I was supposed to go to the store by scotch tape! I overslept! I overslept! Ah! Ah! I hate this! I really hate this! But yeah, today we're watching Death Battles! And the new one episode just came out today! Oh! Oh! Oh, wait. Let me, listen to here real quick. Okay, okay. Oh, yes, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? Oh! What do I got beat up? Okay, okay. Just 3 more minutes of this border! Ah! Yeah, I know. Oh, you're gonna miss all the good stuff! You're gonna miss all the good stuff! Ah! Oh, yes, today! Watching Rude Death Battles with all the RWBY characters! Yeah, they found all the RWBY characters! Yay! RWBY fights today! You know what? We're gonna go in order. We're gonna go in order of the names. RWBY, RWBY, Whis, Blake, Yang. Cannot wait. The music's hyping up. The music's hyped up. It's fun. It's fun. All right, all right. We shall get started. Let me set up the music. The evil music.
As we all know, one of the most important parts of the writing process is the site sources that support
We
our
don't like
claim.
stupid
But
ads. Okay, here we are. Huh? Why does it look like this? There we go. Okay, 5 minutes are up. Okay, so I don't know why my hand could go over it, but you know it's fine. It's fine. Why am I so close to it? Why am I so damn close? Let me back up a bit. Jeez. Thank you. And Kimmer Arms, please stop being janky. Kimmer Arms, please stop being janky. Thank you. Seriously. Look like I'm scratching my butt. I'm not a butt scratcher. Butt scratcher? Oh no, I'm not using Warudo. I'm using RX Animator. Really, Wasabi? Really? You throw toilet paper at me? Also, why was there no sound? Hold on, is there a calibration option? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Um, to not understand anything. Thing. Well, don't worry. Death Battles explains everything. Okay, they explain everything about each character. All right, so you'll be good. And I don't think. Oh, there's a stream mode. Didn't know that. Oh, damn it, damn it. Great. Now it looks like I'm doing the robot. So look, it looks like I'm doing the robot, and now I'm slanted. God damn it, now I'm slanted. Jeez. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. No, it doesn't seem to be a calibration option. Mm. Hold on, let me see. Ah, no, there doesn't seem to be a freaking calibration option, which would really help, you know? And oh my god, now I'm like really close to the screen. What the hell? There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. Stop it. Thank you. Hmm. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. At least my fingers are good. Okay. So let us begin today. We watched the newest episode of Death Battle at the time of this recording. RWBY versus Maka. You know what? You know what? Because we're gonna have the time today, we're gonna watch every RWBY Death Battle. That's today's theme. All right, let us get started. Yeah, you know what? I don't know anything about either of the universes, but you know what? I love Death Battle, so why the hell not? Okay.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn. The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses.
Eats cookies, drinks milk. We are now friends. Lover of cookies are friends of mine. Official veto. What the fuck? Wait, really? Really? They made Ruby into a fucking VTuber. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Hold up a sec. I legit need to look into this. I need to look into this. Hold up. Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. Ruby Rose, I think. Let's see what pops up. I don't see her. I mean, I see Ruby Rose Kitsune, but that's not her. Maybe on YouTube. Let me see. Apparently so. Yeah. What the hell? That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Oh man. Could you imagine a fictional character becoming her own VTuber? That is amazing. That is freaking amazing.
Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby made Crescent...
Someone's at my door. Hold up. Hey, what? Nobody's in there. Oh my god. Every time I go to sit down, I keep slamming my knee. I swear, my knee's all bruised up right now. Man, every fucking time. Alright, let's continue.
Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh! I get it! Team RWBY.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover's spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet. Or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst. And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
I think you're muted. Oh, god damn it! How long was I muted? Fuck. How long was I muted? Shit. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass in the VOD. Ah! But anyways, thanks since sat down. Huh. Well, I didn't say much during that time, so okay. I think I should be fine. But anyways, yeah, Ruby taking out a lot of responsibility, and she while still being young, you know. Boy, FM, shut up! I don't have a gun with me, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like that one like silver eyes thing might be instant win button. So far, I'm giving it to Ruby because of that alone. But um, but then again, you know, the world of Soul Eater is kind of weird, so I don't know. We'll see where it goes. All right, let's take a look at Maka, and then we'll make up our minds.
Today's battle is sponsored by
No!
Player
Get more Alex
prize if real
bucks.
Entrust delivers comprehensive identity-centric security to safeguard the entire
mind and a sound.
Much better.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud. And
Oh, that's why the anime is called Soul Eater. I get it now. Silver Eyes works on not Grimm's. Well, if the weapons are comparable to Grimm's, then yeah, it might have the same effect.
So, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves.
Wait, she's 13? Oh, fuck, we're about to witness the death of a child! Maybe, I don't know. This like Unfaithful Men, who doesn't? Raw fish, hey, that's sushi! Drum dances, what the fuck? Anyways.
Leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework." And then we jump him.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal.
Well, shit got dark real quick, didn't it? Chair Fall Guy, what? I don't know how I missed that.
That Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the Black Blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of Black Blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
Now I'm starting to worry about RWBY. Now I'm starting to worry about RWBY after seeing this. Holy wow. I don't like this. I don't like this.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood.
Hold on.
And a dress.
Excuse me. Okay, what is it that every time super armor's involved, it always looks like this? Why does it always look like this? Yeah, especially with a dress like that. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That is a really good looking dress. But come the hell on! What anime? Seriously, what is it that the freaking Super Saiyan forms look like this? Jeez, have you guys seen what's her name? Scarlet. What her ultimate form looks like? Jeez, that dress doesn't look like it's ready to protect her. That dress looks like it's about to have a wardrobe malfunction. Jeez.
Of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe. The dream's here, baby!
So when Krona's own Black Blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
I didn't think that Factor could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was I wrong. Free high protein breakfast for a year? Yeah, that's real.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka!
Is that a piano? Did they seriously turn a piano into a scythe? That is hilarious. Hold on, let me go lock my door real quick. Okay. Now we can continue.
Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
Okay, so after getting Maka's side, I think it's safe to say that RWBY is 100% fucked. Ah, okay. All right. That's my thoughts on this. My prediction is going straight to Maka. Okay, I think Maka's got this. All right, let's get into it.
Congratulations to us.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well, yeah, it's a
Hold up, hold up. You lied. You lied. You said episode 200 was gonna be Ash versus Yugi. What the hell? You lied to us.
big deal. So we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.deathbattle.gg.
Website members already get awesome deals like exclusive Death Battle merch, the whole episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. And if you sign up today, you can use our code DB200 to get 20% off.
You can only grab this discount in the next 2 weeks, so use code DB200 to get 20% off your website membership as soon as you can.
Where else are you gonna find such absolute cinema? No, really, we made an absolute cinema desk mat that's on the store. It's cool as fuck.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a side battle!
Wait, side battle? Side panel? What? Anybody get that? Never mind. All right. Let's bear witness to this clash of the sides!
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for?
Awkward.
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called for you. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool!
Does he just call him your boy? Does RWBY really like this? Jeez. Okay, where's my expert? Where's my RWBY expert? She was supposed to be here today. Actually, can weapons date their owners? I actually didn't think about that. Can weapons date their owners? Also, yes. By the way, RWBY is based off of Little Red Riding Hood. That is confirmed.
And the Shinigami has called for you. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours! I like my soul, thanks!
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet!
Wow, that's some pretty good choreography. And also, as always, the music is banging!
Focus. She's quick, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Taking this fight seriously. Oh gosh, he's got a gun. Boom! Headshot! Nah, throwing hands is crazy. I know, right? Just wait till we get to the later fights. She's got the dress!
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress.
Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Ah!
What can PDF
Freaking ads.
AI do for your marketing needs in one spot?
Soul Adagio.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. I switched back to the old mod because I feel like this is better for reactions. And also, Maka just won this. You just saw that, right? Ruby's power just got canceled. Maka's got this. I told you all. I told you.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Free poster, bitches. Take your screenshots. Put out your phones. Seriously, that's a good looking image. Take a screenshot, people. That's a good image. That is a freaking Okay, should I make it my wallpaper? I should make it my wallpaper. Put it my background, you know? The expected outcome. Yep. But that was fun. That was a fun matchup. It really was. But Maka coming out on top like that, it called it. You know, freaking called it. All right, time to explain the results.
KO! Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, you know, faster than Shadows and whatnot, but as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom,
who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's scythery was pretty.
Fucking boomstick, it would. The freaking would. All right. Thank you for lurking, Savvy. Feel free to hang on the caboose. You got fine looking caboose, okay? I think we established that.
Good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-Grim eye beams? Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka
Called it. I did say they could do that.
and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time.
We're barely finding that out now. Oh yeah, you know what? Fun episode as always. I think all the RWBY episodes are like this, but you know what? We're gonna take a look. In fact, we're gonna take a look at all the episodes. Okay. But first, let's find out who fights next. Better be hype. It better be hype.
I'm on Death Battle.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
What the fuck? I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. Blade versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Holy shit, I haven't seen Buffy in a long time. Oh my god. Alright, Flame. Hope to come back safe. Got my bets on Blade. No, I haven't seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer in so long, but I do remember binge watching as a kid. Don't ask. But I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this at all. But you know what? I'm with you. Flame. My money's on Blade. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is awesome. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna move on to the next episode, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, let me start. Let me skip the next episode.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Fuck. Why is it showing that? No, it's supposed to show this. There we go. Okay, all right. So, okay, here we are. So the next matchup we're gonna watch is Whis versus Mitsurugi from from the Persona series. I think Persona 3. Again, I know nothing about Persona, never played Persona, but but uh, but but we're probably in for a good matchup. So let's get into it, shall we?
They're as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice.
Today, we're pitting together two queens of ice born into powerful, if troubled, families.
Weiss Schnee, heiress to the Schnee Dust Company and member of the Huntress Team RWBY.
And Mitsuru Kirijo, heiress to the Kirijo Group and member of the Persona-wielding...
Okay, it's Mitsuru. Sorry, I called him Mitsurugi earlier. That was wrong. Whoops.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The world of Remnant is known for many things. The vicious creatures called Grimm, the hunters and huntresses committed to fighting them, and the Schnee family.
Yeah, they're kind of like royal.
Okay, every time I hear Schnee, I keep thinking like someone. It sounds like someone sneezing. It sounds like somebody sneezing. But I just realized, my appearance, will allow me to fit right in the world of RWBY. It's. Do I have aura? Do I have semblance? What would my gun weapon be?
And their princess is Weiss Schnee. As the heiress to the family company, she grew up in a pretty cold home. Pun intended.
The Schnee family expected a lot from Weiss.
Oh, she's a lefty. Okay. Inspired by Snow White? Well, it is a world of fairy tales, so I guess that does make sense.
It was considered essential that she live up to their highly influential name.
Her dad's Colonel Sanders! Ah.
Too bad for them, she had her own plans.
Rejecting her father's wishes to remain at home, Weiss left to attend Beacon Academy and train to become a huntress, literally putting the W in Team RWBY. Within just a year, Weiss established her own name for herself, saving the kingdom on more than one occasion, and doing so with her trusty blade, Myrtanaster.
And that's McHugh. Merc Nasty here is a multi-action rapier with a 3-foot-long blade. But guess what? It's also a gun! Instead of a plain old crossguard, it's got a 6-slot revolver-style chamber that Weiss fills with bullets colored like the rainbow.
Well, they're not exactly bullets. They are vials of dust, which she can fire to enhance her weapon and skills. Ironically, the Schnee Dust Company is by far one of the largest producers and exporters of dust.
Wait. They sell dust? I got a ton of that shit covered in the bookshelf in my trailer. I can sell it and finally have enough money to buy a second bookshelf. Just farm, here I come.
No, not that kind of dust.
Boomstick, you don't read. Why do you need bookshelves, huh? Why do you need bookshelves?
In the world of Remnant, dust is an energy source, often used to fuel vehicles, androids, and weapons. Wait, you have books?
When did I say anything about books?
Well, long story short, there are 4 main types of dust: air, lightning, fire, and water.
And Weiss likes to mix water and air together for her favorite. ice dust.
And that is why they call you the Ice Queen.
She can also attack with fire, launch a windstorm, block attacks with barriers, and many, many other techniques. Needless to say, Myrtanaster is a surprisingly versatile weapon.
She also uses dust to boost her semblance, which is...
Ah! Hold on, I'll be back. Someone's at my door. Man, how much more interruptions am I gonna keep getting? Alright, I'm back. Let's continue this.
basically her X-Men superpower. Weiss gets hers from her family line and can do a bunch of stuff with it.
She can make glyphs on surfaces or in the air, each with a different color denoting its ability. Black glyphs hold things in place, while white ones propel things forward. Also, by infusing glyphs with dust, she can manipulate their effects. For example, a touch of lightning dust lets her dilate time, dramatically increasing her speed.
Or even better, she can use the glyphs to summon monsters to aid her in battle, Beastmaster style, like this crazy boar, a giant killer wasp, and the Armagigas.
Which literally translates to giant armor in Latin, so fitting.
Damn, just imagine how great her family could be if they all didn't hate each other. Unlimited dust, giant bodyguards you can summon anytime, and they'd never be stuck with warm beer.
Unfortunately, the Schnee family does suffer from some rocky relationships, with the exception of Weiss and her older sister, Winter.
Wait, go back. Is her dad Colonel Sanders?
Oh my god, he actually pointed out. I was not expecting to point it out. Oh, damn. Hmm.
I guess there's a certain resemblance.
KFC, KF Schnee!
Claude, I'm home.
Nancy, it's time.
No wonder they're so rich.
Where did you get that chicken?
What? You don't carry pocket chicken?
Gross. Also, I want chicken now.
So, back on topic, Weiss has a very powerful and versatile ability, and like most semblances, it's powered by her aura.
Which is like an invisible shield around her body. She's basically unkillable while it's up.
Though the aura itself isn't indestructible, it can be depleted after taking a lot of damage and needs time to restore itself. Without it, she cannot use her semblance, and she's much more vulnerable.
But that aura is pretty friggin' tough. It was just enough to take a full-on hit from a geyser of lava.
Lava can reach temperatures up to 1200 degrees Celsius, enough to melt iron. And during a food fight of all things, she was thrown into a pillar so hard it was obliterated.
Hey Wiz, I've been in a few food fights in my time, and that shit gets intense. And that one's tame by comparison.
But greatest of all, with a combination of ice and her aura, she survived riding atop a speeding train crashing through concrete. By measuring the diameter of the resulting hole and applying the values of fragmentation, this means Weiss survived an impact equal to over 7 tons of TNT.
But it's not just Weiss that's tough. Her glyphs are strong enough to catapult the Armagigas, and with her ice powers, she's knocked around a giant mech built for fighting Godzilla-sized Grim.
Compared to the height of her teammate nearby, it appears she created over 2,000 metric tons of ice. Obviously, that much ice doesn't fit into 2 vials of dust. She's likely using the ocean as a base to exert fusion energy and vaporization energy on the nitrogen in the air, thereby freezing it like so.
My brain hurts. I hate when Wiz gets into the nitty gritty of the sciencey stuff. You know. Meh. Wait, what? What the hell happened? Oh.
At most, this would require over 900 billion joules of energy, equivalent to detonating around 230 tons of TNT.
Wow! No wonder she could push that big old robot around. Plus, Weiss can also move super quick, dodging missiles and even hitting bullets out of the air.
And with time dilation, she can stay nearly untouchable while taking out her opponents in the blink of an eye.
Like that old saying, float like an inner tube on a lazy river and sting like your pee in the morning.
Please go to a doctor. Throughout her journey, Weiss has overcome all sorts of dangers, but her most difficult task may have been the moment her father cut her out of the family, leaving her financially broke and dismissed from her birthright.
Ah, boo-hoo, no more.
Leaving her financially.
That's a lot of fish. And look at Blake. Look at Blake. She's like, she's like a foodgasm right now.
Broke and dismissed from her birthright.
Ah, boo-hoo, no more allowance. Still, she's powered through and made a name for herself as a huntress. With the RWBY team at her back, I think she's found the family she truly belongs to.
I'm more than a name.
Okay, Leah! Hi! Mwah! Glad I can make it. You're just time. We're watching fight number 2 out of 4 today. Okay. So my thoughts on Weiss. She looks pretty damn strong. So okay, I'm gonna give it to her so far. I'm giving it to her so far, but we'll have to see what Mitsuru can do. All right, let's go check out the Dobby Bomber.
In the early 2000s, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Japan who didn't know of the Kirijo Group, a global conglomerate involved in nearly every aspect of daily life. And the heiress to this impressive company was a young girl named Mitsuru Kirijo.
But unknown to her, the family company was into some pretty sketchy stuff. Her grandpa started experimenting with some sort of mental world called the Mind Place.
Or more officially, the collective unconscious, a realm connected to every living being's subconscious mind. And within the collective unconscious dwells shadows, fragments of human psyche which often appear as malevolent monsters.
They're basically demons.
Kind of. However, there's another sort more directly integrated with the minds of individual people, effectively becoming their shadow selves.
So some of them are demons who want to kill you, and some of them are demons who are part of your brain?
Close enough.
Well, Gramps tried to get the shadows for himself, but as anyone who's tried to summon demons will tell you, don't do that. Trust me, it never works out. And when it does, it doesn't.
Chaos Incarnate erupted. The resulting explosion from his experiment released the shadows into reality to prey on an unsuspecting populace, and unveiled the Tartarus, a citadel between worlds. The Earth was drastically changed with a new dark hour, an extra hour of time occurring at midnight.
Most folks didn't notice, though. The world basically freezes in time during the dark hour, including people. So nobody's got to pick up a new 25-hour clock, because when the hour runs up, everything continues like nothing happened. It's like getting an extra hour of secret sleep.
But some people are able to operate during this hour, including Mitsuru, which she decided to take full advantage of.
Yeah, she felt pretty guilty about her family basically ruining everything and sending hundreds of murder monsters into the world. So she swore to fix her grandpappy's mess.
And while she's certainly skilled with a rapier thanks to her time in fencing club, a single sword would never be enough to combat the hordes of shadows. Luckily, her first experience with the Dark Hour helped her out in this regard.
That's one way to put it. She and her dad were almost murdered by spooky shadows.
But this event also led to an awakening. With the threat of death itself mere seconds away, Mitsuru dug deep within and found a new weapon, her shadow self.
And that's how she became a person user.
Persona user.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Thanks to this fateful night, Mitsuru can summon a manifestation of her personality known as a persona. This was Penthesilea.
Man, Landy.
Ah, stupid ads.
Terrific, to be honest, mate. Like, I spent some time at the gym and Dr. Squatch deodorant. I should have been sweating, but Squatch works like a charm. My advice, pick up some Squatch.
Who would eventually evolve into her ultimate form, Artemisia.
Artie is the best non-imaginary friend you could ask for. She's got all sorts of powerful ice spells. She can heal Mitsuru's wounds. She can drain someone's energy and add it to Mitsuru's own. And she can blow people up with mega deal. It's a big purple kaboom that ignores special defenses. Anyway, and to top.
This is home early. How come? Wait, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Either way, you're here. And that's all I care about. But hey, I guess if you can't pronounce it, just make something up. Yeah. Mitsuru's from the Persona series. Why, have you played Persona? I have no Persona experience, to be honest. None whatsoever. Oh, you played Persona 5. Well, I think Mitsuru's from Persona 3, I believe. I think there's a footage of Persona 3. Well, I do have Persona 5 Strikers, and that's like my only Persona experience, to be honest.
She's got a kinky ice whip.
While Artemisia cannot really be killed, she does have her limits. When a persona is overtaxed or takes too much damage, it becomes broken and unusable for a short time.
And since Artemisia is technically part of Mitsuru's mind, when the persona gets hurt, so does she.
But this connection also grants Mitsuru her own set of special powers. She's physically superior to most others. She can also sense the locations of people and layouts of buildings through analytical clairvoyance. She's also immune to ice and the cold, so I'm not really sure why she needs a giant fur coat.
Everyone needs a good fur coat, Wiz. Come on.
I guess.
I played any other Persona game besides 5? Well, still, it's not like I get to play any Persona game at all. I swear! Everyone but me is playing Persona 5. Everyone but me is playing Persona 5. Or any Persona game for that matter. I will play Persona eventually, people! Eventually. Also, fur coats are nice. Fur coats are really nice and really fancy, okay? I know it's a good game! That's why everybody plays it! And that's why I'm jealous. And Colgate! Thank you for the hydrate. Got my drink right here. Oh, I can't hear me? Well, if you can't hear me, Colgate, you're a toothpaste that leaves bad taste in my mouth. Hold on, I'm munching right now. I am munching right now. I got my drink right here. All right. I'm going to drink real. Let me go and hydrate real fast, and then we'll continue. There we go. And oh my god, these fucking headsets. All right. Here we go.
It is a pretty nice coat. Anyway, Mitsuru wasn't going into battle alone. She gathered a team of Persona users to form the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, or SEAS, which is much easier to say. The team set out to explore Tartarus, combat the shadows, and put an end to the Dark Hour. while also scoring some extra credit because it was technically an after-school club.
Japanese schools are way more hardcore than ours.
And with a team at her back...
I know, right? We have a much better educational system than we do. America, your educational system is failing. Take notes from other countries, damn it. Especially Japan. They know they got it good.
Mitsuru needed a tool to reliably summon personas with, and so came the Evoker, which might be a little disturbing to some people, so fair warning.
Do I need to put a trigger warning? No pun intended.
Yeah, it looks just like a gun, and that's kind of the point.
Quiet, Mitsuru is skilled enough to summon Artemisia with that one. So why did she use one?
Is to use the gun to create an extremely traumatic experience similar to how Mitsuru first evoked her own persona.
Specifically, this is accomplished by aiming the thing at your face and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that's definitely not how guns are supposed to work.
Questionable concepts aside, Mitsuru and her persona are an absolute terror on the battlefield.
Oh god! Did she just cut off that thing's dick?
Yes, she did, Booms.
Oh, wow. What? I mean, I guess when you're a diamond mommy, you go straight for gonads. Ugh.
And it was a goddamn cannon.
Oh, the horror, but also cannon dick.
Mitsuru is...
I cannot take this seriously anymore. Oh my god. Jeez. Imagine that. Scrotum cannon. Hey, watch any hentai, you'll see a scrotum cannon. Oh!
Quick enough to dodge gunfire. Heck, another Persona user is even fast enough to outrun a bullet fired by a Magnum.
Those usually have a muzzle velocity of over 360 meters per second.
And Personas can move even faster. Naoto's could react to and catch an arrow in milliseconds, and Mitsuru has defeated her in battle.
But hey, how about that time Mitsuru and her whole team survived an explosion that totally wrecked this whole bridge? Now, in my humble opinion, using my very own handcrafted munitions measurement chart, I'd say this blast falls somewhere in the range of, oh shit, we're dead.
Interesting, but let's use some real science now.
This is real science. I tested explosions and their real effects on real people, just like you would. I'm a real scientist now.
But that's... wait, real people?
Okay, why is this more interesting than the fight itself? Jeez, we need more. We need more dynamics between these two. We need more scenes with these two.
Boomstick, where are the interns?
Hey, look, I got you that coat that you wanted.
Those poor interns. Why?
Ooh, thank you. Oh, it's so soft.
So are the interns. But hey, Wiz, there's one more math thing you gotta do. By working with another Persona user, Yukari, Mitsuru helped freeze up this giant, creepy puppet monster.
Well, again, taking nitrogen into account as it comprises 70% of air's makeup, we can apply its required fusion energy and vaporization energy. To find this feat would need an energy output equal to 60 kilotons of TNT. Though this can't all be attributed to Mitsuru, as she did have help.
That's still a hell of a lot of ice. Mitsuru and Artemisia sure make a powerful pair.
And even after successfully ending the Dark Hour and redeeming her family name, Mitsuru continued battling for people everywhere, one shadow at a time.
This appears to be just the beginning.
I don't know, that analysis portion didn't really show much of Mitsuru, so I'm still giving it to Whis though. That's my prediction for this fight.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I'm all out of pocket chicken, so let's get something better with Blue Apron. Using Resto Given, there's radiating ice when get calm, it's time for a death battle!
Oh, we're getting straight into it, okay. But on the other hand, did they make it clear that Mitsuru is immune to cold? So I think Whis' ice power is gonna be useless, but she has other options, and that's why I'm still giving it to her.
Fighting me with ice. Ironic. And a waste of time. Artemisia!
Can't touch me, Ice Queen.
So that's what it's like.
Oh yeah, because they call her the Ice Queen. Ooh, giant bug. Oh, she busted out the big ass armor.
As annoying as this was, I have to admit, you fought valiantly. But now, you'll fall by my own hand!
I can do this on my own.
Artemisia! No mercy!
How strong are you?
Strong enough.
Oh boy. Yeah, that look she just gave, that said it all right there. She knows she's screwed. Might stream after I eat dinner? Well, I might raid you. I don't know. Something about this fight just felt off, okay? It was interesting, but it was like it felt pretty slow paced, and that death, that looked less like it looked more like a knockout, Oh, and I'm looking forward to seeing you stream, Leah. Yes, I can make hearts with my hands. Ha ha ha. Hmm. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sending. I just sent you a DM. All right. All right. Wiz, Boomstick, what happened?
The hardest thing is to get started.
Uh.
You have to get it on paper.
Well, Wiz, I'm glad we got these coats, because that was cool.
Weiss was incredibly skilled. Her versatility certainly proved a challenge for Mitsuru, and she held a decent advantage in speed thanks to time dilation. Though to be fair, Mitsuru's analytical clairvoyance meant it would have been pretty difficult for Weiss to get the jump on her. Plus, Naota's persona had to move around Mach 7 to catch that arrow in such a short amount of time, so Artemisia must be capable of similar speeds.
Yeah, but slowing down time seems like an instant win move, doesn't it?
In some ways, yes, but we look for who can win the most matches overall, not just a couple times out of 1,000 possibilities thanks to one good move.
Yeah, even though Weiss had plenty of attack options, Mitsuru's defenses were just too strong. Like how she completely canceled Weiss's ice attacks.
This presented a unique problem for Weiss, who has always been fairly reliant on ice techniques. She was forced to use dust, which she has less experience with.
Plus, Weiss and her summons have never dealt damage anywhere close to that oh shit we're dead explosion that Mitsuru survived. By taking the diameter of the blast here and comparing it to real-life nukes, then considering how far Mitsuru was from the center of it, she took a hit worth over 21 tons of TNT. Definitely higher than Weiss's 7-ton train feat.
Frankly, Mitsuru's survivability and power output outclassed Weiss. Even if we cut her major ice feat in half since she was aided by Yukari, Mitsuru still output 130 times more energy than Weiss when she attacked that mech.
But numbers aren't everything, right?
Sure, there's always a new way to look at things. For instance, Weiss's arsenal was limited by her aura and dust supply, while Mitsuru had no such constraint on her own powers.
It takes a long time to restore aura, and remember, when a persona gets broken, it can just come back a few seconds later.
Which was extremely useful, as Artemisia could heal Mitsuru at any time, undoing whatever progress Weiss had made.
Oh man, what an ice-cold move!
While Weiss's speed and versatility put up a good
Oh, it's... Alright, Leah, I'll be here.
fight, Mitsuru's greater defense, raw power, and more reliable arsenal proved too much for the Huntress.
She had no chance.
The winner is Mitsuru Kirijo.
The winner is the Dami Mommy! But honestly, I'll be honest though, this is actually one of my least favorite fights so far, you know? This is the way it was presented. And plus the music, maybe EP, maybe very EP. Okay. Alright. Alright, let me start setting up the next one.
Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is
I've had Chipotle forever.
Spaces with AI do your marketing needs in one spot.
Okay. 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 Oh, hold up, hold up. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Okay, time for the next death battle. And now we're at the B in RWBY, which is Blake. We're gonna watch Blake take on Mikasa from Attack on Titan. And hey, Mikasa is Tsukasa. Sorry, I had to make that pun. Now, personally, I am a huge Attack on Titan fan, so I'm expecting a lot out of this fight, you know. And you know, probably biased, but I wanted to give this fight to Mikasa, but I ended up giving it to Blake instead because Mikasa is a badass when it comes to fighting Titans, but doesn't have much experience fighting humans. So yeah, this may not go well. So all right, so let's begin.
Blake Belladonna, the feline huntress from RWBY.
And Mikasa Ackerman, the giant killing scout from Attack on Titan.
These two reluctant heroes are fighting for a better world.
What'll happen when they go toe-to-toe to see who's the swingiest and the cuttiest? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable.
I wonder if JFK was thinking about anime cat girls when he said that.
Despite the world of Remnant being home to a plethora of magical
Honestly, a really good quote. I need to write that down.
beings, the Faunus were subject to discrimination from humanity.
That's so dumb. How can humans be racist against Faunus? Aside from looking slightly different, they're basically exactly the same. Oh, I get it.
For most of her youth, Blake Belladonna worked with the Faunus activist organization, the White Fang.
Inspired by Beauty and the Beast. Is that so? I don't see it. I honestly do not see it. She hates dogs? Well, that's natural. And really likes Yang. Or so I was told.
But when her parents expressed concern at its growing violent tactics,
And tuna, apparently. She loves tuna.
she ran away to join them fully.
Yeah, Ginger Kylo Ren's influence was making it all cat-girl supremacist-y.
Believing the Faunus deserved to rule the world instead of humans, Adam Taurus turned the White Fang into a terrorist organization, with the young, impressionable Blake in tow. Now Blake got to put her superhuman Faunus abilities to the test as a guerrilla fighter.
She's not a gorilla, Wiz. She's clearly a cat. You dingus.
That's not what
As a clearly cat.
Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Dibs. Smash. I want her.
Faunus, Blake's got superhuman strength, speed, and endurance. She can see in the dark and even pick up on sounds regular humans can't hear.
Blake has also unlocked her aura, the manifestation of one's soul. Similar to the Eastern concept of chi, Blake can use her aura to passively withstand intense damage. Though if it's overtaxed, she will be as defenseless as any ordinary human.
Her aura survived this huge flying monster called a Nevermore crashing into her. Twice!
Measuring the size of the Nevermore compared to the stone structure it shattered, we can gauge it had to have fragmented over 2,000 cubic meters of rock.
What does that thing give me like Shadow of the Colossus vibes? God, I need to get into that game.
That means Blake's aura ate over 4 tons of TNT without even breaking.
I guess you could say she, sold it.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Wizard, please just never do anything ever, okay?
Don't try that again, or I'm gonna have to cut you with a sword as sharp as Gamble Shroud. It's everything you could ever want in a sick anime combo weapon. Part katana, part kasurigama, and it wouldn't be RWBY if it wasn't part gun. Hell, its sheath is a sword too. That's just showing off, and I like it.
The night.
If the sheath is sharp, that would make it pretty dangerous. What's the point? The whole point of a sheath is to safely put away your sword.
96-meter long elastic ribbon attached to the katana's hiltless, Blake used Gamble's Shroud as a grappling hook for maneuverability and creative attacks. An invaluable asset for the White Fang and her new boyfriend.
Well, until he threatened to blow up a bunch of innocent people. Now, instead of a bad boy, he's just a boy that is bad.
Horrified, Blake turned her back on Adam and the White Fang, and for the second time in her life, she ran away.
It's like running away is her superpower.
In a sense, it is. Blake's aura allows her to manifest a unique ability, or semblance, called Shadow. Born from her desire to escape, Blake can create a brief, intangible clone for deception, evasion, or even to propel herself through the air.
She can even combine them with different kinds of dust, which is basically magic gunpowder. Fire dust clones will explode on impact, while ice will freeze you solid. Though, once she runs out of aura, that's it for her semblance.
So she's basically Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Sub-Zero can create ice clones that will freeze you if you touch them. Really cool move, actually. I like using it. I need to get to Mortal Kombat eventually.
Let's do. Wiz? Buddy? Man, I killed him. And it wasn't even on purpose.
And don't worry, just some biological cloning. It's a hobby. Don't ask if I'm the original. I genuinely don't know anymore. Alone again, Blake lacked purpose and a place to call home. Until she reached Beacon Academy. There, she learned to be a huntress, a soldier of peace sworn to protect the land from monsters and any that would do it harm.
And she wouldn't do it alone. Blake would join up with fellow huntresses in training, Weiss Schnee, Yang Xiaolong, and Ruby Rose to make Team RWBY with a W.
She didn't just find teammates, but friends as well.
Feelings gross. Don't worry, the power of friendship didn't get in the way of her kicking some ass. In fact, it made her even better at it. She's defeated the gangster Roman Torchwick, the kaiju-sized Si Fei Long, and the assassins Mercury and Emerald, and they could dodge natural lightning.
Comparing the distance they traveled relative to the lightning bolt, we can determine they were moving over 26,000 meters per second, nearly 80 times the speed of sound.
She even managed to stand up to Adam and all his mom just doesn't understand energy with the help of a new, way less toxic partner. So long, you abusive a-hole!
No easy feat considering Adam was strong enough to pulverize this massive spider droid with his moon slice, a feat worth over 4 tons of TNT.
Not too bad for a bootleg Virgil, and Gamble Shroud could take hits like that over and over before breaking.
Despite her troubled past, Blake would never stop fighting for a better, more peaceful, more equitable world. She was done running. With her friends at her side, she would face the future head on.
So long.
Wow, that's quite the combo. And unfortunately, because Mikasa is just a regular old human, that's why I'm giving it to Blake in this case. But for the sake of argument, let's take a look at her now.
Welcome to scenic Shiganshina. Enjoy the rustic medieval architecture, hardy populace, and oh yeah, yep, that can't be good.
Cowering behind enormous walls, the last remnants of humanity were driven to near extinction by the arrival of the monstrous Titans.
Despite that, little Mikasa Ackerman lived a happy, normal life, until her parents were brutally murdered in front of her. But never fear, she Una reversed the shit out of those assholes with the help of Eren Yeager, another pint-sized psychopath in training.
Adopted by Eren's parents, Mikasa and Eren somehow lived a happy, normal life. Until all their friends and family were brutally murdered by Titans. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Good old-fashioned anime.
Barely anyone in her life lasting longer than a 25-minute episode, Mikasa became Eren's guardian angel.
Certainly a valuable asset to Eren, who devoted his life to exterminating the Titan threats.
Together, they joined the military and got their hands on some sweet Titan-slaying gear, the Vertical Maneuvering Equipment, or VMI.
Also known as Omnidirectional Movement, or ODM gear in the anime, it allows Mikasa to fight the towering Titans at their own level.
ODM gear comes with 2 20 to 30 foot long iron wire spears she can separately aim and shoot. It'll hook into any surface. They'll allow her to swing around like a steampunk Spider-Man.
She can zoom through the air and change directions on a dime with a special fan on her back that fires pressurized gas.
Farting. That's called farting with.
Well, it doesn't help that it comes out from the midsection. Fart power.
I'll get another clone.
I don't know what that was, but that was funny.
Mikasa's ODM gear can propel her at speeds up to a sustained period of time can be fatal for a human being. But Mikasa can survive almost twice that much and fight giant monsters at the same time.
That insane speed makes her especially deadly when she whips out her special Titan-slashing swords made of ultra-hard steel. And that's exactly the term I'd use to describe myself after watching what they can do to a Titan.
Despite their name, they're
Wait, what?
Titan-slashing swords made of ultra-hard steel. And that's exactly the term I'd use to describe myself after watching what they can do to a Titan.
Really, Boomstick? Really, Boomstick?
Despite their name, they're rather fragile, at least relative to the super tough Titan skin they have to repeatedly cut. So Mikasa carries a set of 12 that she can easily dispose of and replace mid-combat.
Yeah, that kind of became a problem when some super intelligent Titans started sporting crazy tough armor. That's when Mikasa breaks out the big guns, the Thunder Spears.
Essentially proto-bazookas, the Thunder Spears are thrown like javelins. They're sharp enough to pierce even the armored Titan's impenetrable hide, and once their fuse is severed, they'll explode, devastating anything within range.
Shattering the armored Titan's armor is no joke. It was tough enough to tank punching a hole through wall marble.
Actually, it is a joke. Later on in the series, it's about anything can penetrate the Armored Titan's armor. Hell, even the Beast Titan beat the shit out of him. Yeah, eventually the Armored Titan just became worthless, you know? He just became a punching bag.
By measuring the size of the gate in comparison to, let's go with this guy, we can determine the Armored Titan violently fragmented over 1,000 cubic meters of rock.
That'd take over 18 tons of TNT, enough to level a city block, and the Thunder Spear shredded it. No surprises here. If you're too close to one of its blasts, it's game over.
Despite the awesome power at her fingertips, Mikasa only really joined the military to watch over and protect Eren.
Like a loving mother hen of death. And that became way harder once Eren learned he could also turn into one of those super intelligent Titans.
Now humanity's greatest weapon against the Titan menace, Eren was at the center of all major anti-Titan operations, which meant Mikasa was there too, ruthlessly dispatching anyone that might harm him.
Get over yourself, Eren. So what if your childhood home was destroyed by a Titan? You're living rent-free in this girl's head. And it could be worse. You could be Armin. Man, like...
Hey, why are you dissing Armin for? Why are you dissing Armin for? What did he do to you?
He's programmed to protect him.
You're not off base. Mikasa's last name isn't inconsequential. Ages ago, the Ackermans were bioengineered to be subservient super soldier royal guards to the mighty Eldian Emperor.
Well, wherever all that shit came from, Mikasa's got the Ackerman blood coursing through her veins. The same blood that gives her a fraction of a Titan's power without transforming. Holy crap!
It's that power that allowed Captain Levi, another Ackerman, to dodge point-blank bullets. That's over Mach 2, and Mikasa can easily keep up with him.
It also lets her subconsciously tap into the combined experience and battle instincts of Ackerman's past. She's like the avatar of Titan murder.
Unfortunately, this blood bond with Eren means that even when he goes too far, she's obligated to protect him, kind of like a robot.
I don't buy it, Wiz. She doesn't love him because of her DNA. She loves him because he's the only one who stood up for her when she couldn't stand up for herself. When she looks at him and the rest of her friends, she sees a hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, Boomstick. That was touching.
And she has fart powers.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I'm not listening to another word of this. No point.
Yeah, I had to ruin the fart powers. But yeah, I'm still giving it to Blake though, sadly. And it's I've been shipping Mikasa and Eren hard, but they never hooked up. They never hooked up. You know, I know a couple of friends who wanted to ship Mikasa and Levi until they realized they were related, so that was a no-go. Yeah, ship it. Yeah, no. Okay, let's get into the fight! It's time for a death battle!
Alright, the combatants are set and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you've got a love life as intense as Blake and Mikasa's, you might want to check out Blue Chew.
Nope!
Blue Chew.
I'm gonna get a prototype.
Right now.
Hey! Civilians were supposed to evacuate this area hours ago! Get the hell out of here! They're coming! You deaf? I said get the hell!
They destroyed her book. Big mistake. Hmm?
Are those 2 sets of ears? She must have 4 times the hearing.
Okay, pretty good choreography so far. This is pretty intense. Man, this fight is completely one-sided, though. I'm telling you, Mikasa is a regular human, so it's pretty obvious where this fight's going.
Popping those clones and attacking me from behind.
Oh look, Thunder Spears! How convenient!
Gotcha this time.
Damn, Blake just got disarmed. Oh, shut up. That was funny. Wow, Mikasa just went boom.
I told her not to get too close to that thunder spear. Too bad she can't hear omniscient narration from beyond the fourth wall.
Despite Mikasa's overwhelming and frankly terrifying tenacity, Blake's varied arsenal and powers gave her a clear edge.
The ODM gear allowed Mikasa to keep up with Gamble Shroud's agility, but in terms of offense, Mikasa was kind of a one-trick pony. And that's especially compared to the Swiss anime knife that is Gamble Shroud, which could stretch 10 to 16 times longer than either of Mikasa's cables.
Blake's variety of shadows she could spam at will kept Mikasa guessing, and her aura allowed her to survive any attacks that could land.
To be fair, the Thunder Spears were a different story, and were powerful enough to shatter Blake's aura. The aura could survive around 4 tons of TNT, while the Spear's explosion could dish out over 18.
But Blake's far greater speed made her nearly impossible to consistently hit. While Mikasa could keep up with characters that can dodge bullets, Blake could keep up with characters that can dodge lightning. In this case, nearly 40 times faster than Mikasa.
And those Thunder Spears...
It's always lightning. It's always lightning, okay? They always mention that speed. No,
are meant for big, slow titans, not human opponents, so it's unlikely she'd ever get a solid hit in with one.
In that same sense, Mikasa's Ackerman heritage couldn't save her either.
It may give her generations worth of combat experience Avatar style, but almost all of it was against titans, not a Faunus huntress like Blake, who has powers the Ackerman family has never seen before.
Coupled with her Odium gear's limited fuel supply and breakable swords, Mikasa just couldn't end the fight before her own options ran out. Mikasa had guts, but Blake's speed, versatility, and sick anime combo weapon gave her the edge.
It may have been a gamble, but Blake had the spirit to win without a shadow of a doubt.
The winner is Blake Belladonna.
Like I said, this fight was completely one-sided. I saw it coming a mile away, but hey, what can we do, right? It was still fun for watch. It was still a fun watch, you know. It was still a fun watch. It was well put together. It was well choreographed, and the music is a banger as always. So, you know what? It was still entertaining. Even though I saw the outcome a mile away, it was still really entertaining. All right, so thumbs up for me. Okay, we got one more matchup for tonight. One more. So let me start. So let me go ahead and start setting it up. Okay, give me a second. I'm setting it up now. Oh, it's already right there. Okay, perfect.
You think you've got what it takes to keep up with me? Paddy the body? One round with me and you'll be stinking up the place.
That was cringe. Well, hope you're all having fun. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. It's been a fun night so far. Fun night, you know. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Ah, for the love of. Okay, last matchup for tonight. And this is an oldie but a goodie, you know. Now we're gonna bear witness to Yang versus Tifa Lockhart. And oh my god, I remember when they were really, really hyping up this fight. So let's see if it lives up to that. Let's see if it lives up to that hype. Let's do this.
Punching, the most useful language in the world when words fail, and these two lovely ladies are fluent in it.
Yang Xiaolong, the adventurous huntress from RWBY.
And Tifa Lockhart, the Final Fantasy heavy hitter with enormous power. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The world of Remnant is, well, crazy. Vicious creatures called Grim run wild, entire cities have gone to waste, and every single weapon is also a gun. Even nunchucks.
Oh, that sounds like Disneyland to me. The happiest, most gun-filled place on Earth.
Luckily, the world is protected by the Huntsmen and Huntresses, an elite group of expertly trained warriors.
And where else would you get the training to kill bloodthirsty monsters than from high school?
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me. This is the best day ever! Please stop.
After losing her mother to mysterious circumstances and being trained all her life by her hero legend of an uncle, Yang Xiaolong was accepted into Beacon Academy.
It's kind of like Hogwarts, except replace.
Okay, I don't know much about RWBY lore, but her full name's Yang Xiaolong, but her sister's name is Ruby Rose. So, how are they related? Are they related? I mean, was one of them adopted? Yeah. Inspired by Goldilocks. Okay, that I do see. That I do see. But there are no three bears for her to beat the shit out of, so yeah. Has a motorcycle called Bumblebee? Okay, that's cool.
Wands and books with swords, sniper rifles, and giant transforming scythes. Man, this place just keeps getting better and better. Seriously, I know where I'm gonna retire now.
A natural fighter and thrill seeker at heart, Yang fit right in and soon found herself a member of the color-coordinated team, RWBY, led by her younger sister, Ruby.
Because that's not confusing at all.
I'm talking about kicking off the semester with a bang.
I always kick my semesters off with the Yang. Eh? Guys?
No, Yang, just no.
Am I right?
Thank you!
Anyway, Yang's time at Beacon was well spent, and she became the master of punching all the things.
See, while Yang's fellow teammates wield a scythe, a couple swords, some big guns, Yang's style of combat takes a more direct approach.
Yeah, she does, with her shotgun gauntlets.
Her two golden bracelets aren't just stylish, they extend to form a weapon called the Ember Celica.
With just a punch, the Ember Celica fires off a flash of kinetic energy, blasting a foe with an explosion of force and a beautiful sound. To top it off, these concussive blasts can fly several hundred feet. Yang is one of the few people I know who can punch a bird out of the sky. That's what you get for crapping on my car.
In addition, like most huntresses, Yang can manifest her soul as an aura. Aura can be used to block deadly attacks and heal minor wounds, and Yang's is no different.
But my favorite way she uses her aura is when she goes Super Saiyan.
Many hunters and huntresses possess a semblance, a special power unique to them that makes Beacon Academy look a little more like the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
Yang's semblance absorbs damage from hits she takes, adding them to her own physical power. After taking just 2 attacks from a mech suit, she was strong enough to shatter the whole thing in one go.
Unfortunately, her semblance does not increase her aura's defense, so she feels the full force of everything that hits her aura, and can only absorb power so long as she remains conscious.
Luckily, she's pretty tough, Yang survived a punch that easily smashed her through a concrete pillar. You know, the ones designed to hold up entire bridges?
And during a food fight, remember this is high school, Yang was knocked up into the air and did not come back down for about 100 seconds. More than enough time to reach terminal velocity. This means upon landing, she took an impact of nearly 50 tons of force.
Look at that goofy face. Look at that derpy goofy face. Yeah, Yang's awesome. Wait, hold on. This is literally just hit me. How is she the older sister when she's the same age as RWBY? Somebody help me. Somebody correct me. I need an expert, damn it!
And stood right back up like it was nothing.
Again, goofy, derpy, love it. You all know I'm a sucker for cuteness.
What a waste of good food.
Despite this, Yang can only take so much. Her aura has a limit, as does her short temper. Pushing both of these too far leaves her extremely vulnerable.
Like when this ice cream lady knocked her out because Yang had been fighting monsters all day with no sleep.
It's also worth noting Yang is less adaptable when fighting against foes specializing in kicks.
Still, she's confident she's one of the best in her class and dedicated to graduating Huntress School so she can travel the world fighting everyone just for the thrill of it.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Isn't it fun when he's like punch the floor and you go flying? Yeah, he's got punching powers for sure. All right, let's take a look at the competition. Tifa Lockhart!
Far to the west on the planet Gaia lies a small mountain village called Nibelheim. At first glance, this town appears calm and peaceful, not worth a second look.
Until a sword-wielding goth guy found his alien mother hidden inside. He's celebrated with fireworks.
After losing her parents and watching the madman Sephiroth burn her hometown to ashes, Tifa Lockhart joined Avalanche, a group dedicated to protecting the planet from ecological harm and meteors.
Speaking of meteors, check out the size of the
boomstick.
What? I was talking about the meteor.
Sure you were.
Anyway, Tifa was thrust into the stereotypical gender role of housekeeper by maintaining the hidden Avalanche home base 7th Heaven. But it wasn't all bad because it also doubled as a bar.
And she doubled as a bouncer.
Now, I've been thrown out of my fair share of bars for totally illegitimate reasons, but not even I would urinate on the 7th Heaven jukebox with Tifa on guard.
Smart choice, since she is a master of close quarters combat. Tifa is a feint brawler, adept at surprising foes with quick, powerful strikes. And as she traveled with her friend Cloud to save the planet, she learned 7 legendary techniques.
Yes, traveling with a friend Cloud, who she forever friend zoned. These two really need to hook up. Also, I don't know. I feel like going to a bar with Tifa in charge is a recipe for disaster.
The limit breaks.
Accessing her inner gambler, Tifa's limit breaks include rapid-fire punches, explosive throwdowns, and summoning dolphins who uppercut people? Well, that's just awesome. And
No, that's called the Dolphin Blow. Dolphin Blow.
she manages to throw all of them in order, she charges the last of her limit energy into one final titanic punch. The final heaven. Fuck you, squirrel!
Tifa is ready to throw down at a moment's notice, and even wears leather gloves everywhere she goes, just in case a fight comes her way.
And if she decides to get really serious, Miss Lockhart busts out her 2 round, beautiful ultimate weapons.
Don't you dare!
Oh man. Freaking boomstick.
The premium heart.
Oh. Well, the premium heart increases Tifa's striking power immensely and continues to do so over time as she builds limit energy. However, they lose this increase after Tifa uses her limit breaks and need time to charge back up.
Oh, that sounds like it could be a problem. Oh, if she didn't also have magic.
In Final Fantasy VII, there's a wide variety of magical ability granting gems called materia. Any person can wield any materia, and it's up to the game's actual player to decide who gets what, giving Tifa no standard materia setup. However, thanks to the Dissidia Fighting series, we know Tifa prefers to carry fire and ice materia into battle.
These fire and ice materia let Tifa conjure and wield fire and ice. Combine that with her freakish superhuman strength, and she's like an unstoppable powerhouse.
Well, her immense power does come at a price. Her skills and speed and defense are somewhat lacking, making her something of a glass cannon. But to help make up for this, Tifa wears 2 armor pieces. She wears a ribbon on her arm in memory of her late friend Aerith.
Come on, man. Don't bring that up.
Who could ever forget? Who could ever forget that heartbreaking moment? Jeez, you know, when they eventually get around to Final Fantasy VII, I'm not looking forward to that moment. Has the remake gotten to that point yet? Oh shit! No, that's gonna be something.
Which protects her from negative effects like poison and paralysis. She also likely wears the Minerva band to defend from fire and ice.
Glass cannon or not, her strength is ridiculous. She's strong enough to fight an embodiment of Sephiroth and throw giant monsters around like nothing.
And there was the time she helped throw Cloud through the air to reach the flying monster Bahamut Sin. After leaving Tifa's hand, you can see a Mach cone form around Cloud, which means Tifa must have helped throw him with enough force to break the sound barrier.
Oh, Cloud's a lightweight. Come on, how hard can that be?
Well, factoring in the weight of Cloud and his giant weapon, he must have been thrown with up to 153 tons of force.
Well, shit, talk about power. You don't want to mess with Tifa's strong, twin, firm,
no
fists. Also, she's got a really nice rack. Did I mention that yet?
There it is. There it is. Yeah, we were all waiting for that moment. They were teasing it, but we finally got it. But let's not sugarcoat it, people. Let's not sugarcoat it. Tifa is waifu material, okay? Top 10 for me.
All done. Here's how we created our pet steps app for a class project. First, the brush. Now the lasso for tweak.
Honestly, for a fight like this, I can go either way. So I'm just gonna roll with punches, pun intended, and just see what happens. So let's do this.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Hold up. Let me see some ID.
How's that for identification?
Hello. No need to panic, people. Just looking for someone. I will take a strawberry sunrise, though. No ice. Thanks.
Sorry, miss. I think you'd better turn yourself around and look elsewhere.
So, does this mean no sunrise?
Hmm.
Having fun? I sure am. Don't mock me.
We just missed a poster moment. But as usual, you know, I always say it. Show me the soundtrack, you'll send me anything, okay? And also, wow. You know, recently I started getting into boxing, and this looks. And I'm looking at this as a really, really good boxing match, okay? He did that thing. Okay, I've actually seen the movie Advent Children, and a lot of people tell me it was a bad film, but I don't get what's so bad about it. I really enjoyed the film. Oh boy, she busted the premium heart. You know shit's about to get real. Or better yet, she just got real.
Not even close.
God damn.
All right. Let's see if you can keep up with this.
So, she's like, bring it. Oh boy. Tifa's about to go all out. Let's see if Yang can handle this. Dolphin blow. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm actually getting punched with a dolphin.
Did I just explode?
Oh no. She damaged her hair.
What the world?
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, yeah. Tifa's fucked. Tifa is totally 100% screwed right now. No! Oh my god! Now that one I felt. Oh, oh, oh god! Oh man! Ah! I just felt that shit.
Nailed it.
I feel like they were promoting. Yeah, I feel like they were promoting something here, but it's going over my head.
Cross another potential wife off the list.
Tifa was naturally stronger and more experienced than Yang, but Yang's semblance quickly turned all Tifa's power against her.
Even the Minerva Band, the best of Tifa's armor options to counter Yang's strength and shotgun blast, was eventually overtaken by the semblance.
Plus, while Tifa could lift creatures many times heavier than Cloud using her limit breaks, she never shows this kind of strength anywhere else, implying that this power is exclusive to those limit breaks rather than something she possesses naturally.
And even though Tifa's premium heart increased in power over time, they reset after her limit breaks, while Yang's power kept on rising.
However, Yang's real trump card was her aura. Her semblance would have been useless if she could not survive Tifa's attacks. Luckily, her aura is durable enough to take a punch that shattered a concrete pillar about 4 feet wide, a feat which requires at least 1,400 tons of force.
That's the equivalent of having 360 jetliners fall on your face. Yang's power just pulled through in a snap.
The winner is Yang Xiaolong.
For the record, you know, her choice of music made it obvious who's gonna win this, but that was freaking awesome. And honestly, the ending to that fight, God, I felt that. You know, the moment Tifa got her neck snapped, oh my god, I felt that. I totally felt that. But man, I felt cooked with this one. Even though, and this is a pretty old episode too, so they only got better over time. Mm. All right. Wow. Okay, that stream went on for a lot shorter than I thought, but okay. But we'll leave it at that. Okay. This was a surprisingly short stream. I was expecting it to go longer, but no, it's good. All right. All right. Ah, my God, this freaking ads. Hold up. Yep, we have reached the end. And I appreciate everyone being here as always. You guys are awesome. And now we're gonna raid out. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I may have to change it the times. Who knows? But regardless, having everybody here has been awesome as always. It's always a lot of fun doing this. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. You know, don't really plan these things, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and pass on the love to another fellow streamer. That's who's on right now. Let's pass it over to Leia Moonshine, who's currently playing Undertale. She's a really small streamer, so let's go ahead and show her some love, shall we? So, until next time, everybody, take care and stay safe, alright? See ya!